Best bikes in India, top 5 under 2 rupees. 5 lakh. Bajaj Dominar 400. Not only is the Bajaj Dominar 400 the most powerful bike in this list, but it's also the most powerful bike at its price point. Last year, the Dominar 400 received its most significant update where Bajaj worked on the engine refinement and equipment. The Dominar 400 uses a low-slung, muscular stance that gives it quite a bit of road presence. Its fully digital instrument cluster is not a full-color unit, but it does display a lot of information, including real-time fuel efficiency, fuel range, average speed, gear position and more. Bajaj also took the Dominar's power figure much closer to the KTM 390 Duke. And it achieved this by moving to a DOHC setup, while retaining the unique 3-spark plug design. The 373cc single-cylinder engine produces peak power and torque figures of 40 horsepower and 35 Nm, respectively. Suspension is taken care of by a USD fork and monoshock. And the bike comes equipped with dual-channel ABS as standard. Royal Enfield Himalayan. The first-generation Himalayan was plagued with reliability issues and Royal Enfield did address a majority of them when it launched the BS4 spec bike a couple of years ago. Though a stark improvement over the older one, it did have a few niggles and flaws. Now, with its latest update, Enfield has made some more changes. The BS4 update saw Royal Enfield drop the carburetor for fuel injection, and this has been carried over to the new bike as well. And so, what has helped the Himalayan achieve its BS6 compliant status is the addition of a catalytic converter and changes to the EMS engine management system. Off-road enthusiasts will appreciate the fact that the ABS can now be switched off on the rear wheel, allowing all the sliding action that the older bike denied you. Power, 24. 3 horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Torque, 32 Nm at 4,000 to 4,500 revolutions per minute. Price, 1 rupee. 91 lakh. Suzuki Gixxer 250, Gixxer SF 250. The 250cc Gixxers from Suzuki have proved to be very likable machines. We've ridden them on a racetrack and on our roads and have been left quite impressed. At the launch of the Gixxer SF 250 last year, the manufacturer had revealed the bike was developed with the upcoming BS6 norms in mind, and now, with the addition of a new exhaust and EQ, Suzuki has updated it to comply with the more stringent emission norms. Suzuki has also managed to keep its power and torque figures similar to those of the BS4 models, with the 249cc engine on both bikes making 26.5 horsepower at 9,300 revolutions per minute and 22.2 Nm of torque at 7,300 revolutions per minute. In comparison to the BS4 bikes, peak power is identical, but is produced 300 revolutions per minute higher in the rev range. Meanwhile, torque has seen a 0.4 Nm drop but is produced 200 revolutions per minute earlier in the rev range. Both bikes remain visually identical to their BS4 counterparts. Power, 26.5 horsepower at 9,300 revolutions per minute. Torque, 22.2 Nm at 7,300 revolutions per minute. Price, 1 rupee. 65 lakh. Gixxer 250. TVS Apache RR 310. Another motorcycle we've experienced on the road and racetrack is the Apache RR 310. In its latest form, the 312 2cc engine, which is now BS6 compliant, produces 34 horsepower at 9,700 revolutions per minute and 27.3 Nm of torque at 7,700 revolutions per minute. One of the biggest updates is the move to ride-by-wire throttle. And this, in turn, has allowed TVS to introduce 4 ride modes: rain, urban, sport, and track. The modes, in essence, alter engine power, throttle response and ABS settings from. It shares the same body panels as the previous model but gets a new dual-tone paint scheme that livens up the appearance. A highlight feature is the new 5.0-inch color TFT instrument panel with Bluetooth, called the TVS Smart X Connect.